all week, the synchronicities have been telling me to do it now, start now, pick up, run, go towards it now. We are what, 41 days into 2026, right? 41 adds up to a 5, the number of change, adaptability, right? Adventure, curiosity, governed by Mercury, the planet of communication. Now, if you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Shadow Specialist, where we get to everything that has to deal with turning your personal power into your highest transformation. And my specialty is teaching you how to do alchemy with some of the things that hurt you the deepest, because it has the potential to raise the highest. Illuminate yourself, illuminate your story, understanding how to give rise to the emotions attached to your pain so that you can release it and elevate. Now, 41 days into the new year adds up to a number 5, right? I'm a woman who, I like patterns, being a scientist, a biologist, a nurse, right? I like patterns. I like things that are identifiable, right? So when you're just getting into a new way of thinking, such as spirituality, being able to shift your perception, right? You look for signs and synchronicities, which is also what? A part of the universal hermetic principles. If you don't know what that is, go and watch my video right here that will teach you about the 7 hermetic principles and how it applies to everything in this earth, right? Now, the message of go now, start now, do it now was in relation to understanding that my solar plexus is asking for an upgrade, right? I just posted a video yesterday about Cam Newton and how he's operating very much in his lower sacral high root chakra area, right? And in order to do shadow work correctly and transformatively, you have to use that Kundalini energy that is in your root chakra, pull it up to the heart, operate from the heart, so that the information that you receive from God through your crown that travels down your first eye, that allows you to speak what you feel in your heart, isn't tainted by pain, right? Isn't tainted by heavy emotions, stuck, trapped emotions. So that's my specialty, teaching you how to identify those traits and emotions that are stagnant within yourself. I use 7 different modalities to help prove to you how powerful you are just by the energy you incarnated with, okay? Such as your name, all right? Your zodiac sign. If you haven't yet watched my breakdown of the Cam Newton and Lady London interview, you need to do it, because not only is it entertaining, it is very informative, such as this video today, right? So now, you know, there comes a point in time when you've learned and learned and learned, and you've been acquiring knowledge and, you know, applying things here, there, but you kind of got your resources spread out. You have a lot of conflicting desires, and you haven't yet honed in on one thing, but you know there's like, you know, one thing that if you change, the rest of the things fall in line, right? Now, last year, from October 23rd to the end of the year, I gave away 25 shadow and chakra assessments, right? And regardless of whether or not the individual wanted to work on their finances, their relationships, or their health, the 3 areas governing your lower 3 chakras, one thing was consistent for everyone. And that was consistency and discipline. And so when I was getting this notion to post every day for the next 45 days, yes, this is day 2 of my sprint to 45 days of change, and we'll get to how that adds up to a 9 and what it will signify as far as elevation of your solar plexus energy, right? Discipline, courage, confidence, and expansion. If you're following me on Instagram, which you should be, you understand and you already know that D plus C equals E, which is my motto for 2026. Discipline plus consistency equals expansion. And I am on a mission to expand my knowledge, my reach of my knowledge to those who are ready to take advantage of the life force energy that you have within you, are ready to learn new things that you may not be aware of that is within you, as well as ready to elevate, go to the next level of yourself so that you can embody the version of the person that you want to be. And that is what this do it now, run, go after it, start now energy was saying. It is time now. Do it imperfectly. Show up and be authentic, be true, be honest, and let the energy, the solar plexus energy, build up, expand, balance itself out, gain courage. You have a whole lot to say, and you think releasing it, this is what I was telling myself. You think releasing a video according to supposed algorithms is supposed to allow you to operate in your creativity? Absolutely not. I have things I want to say every single day, things that are synchronistic, which, seeing as how we just had the Super Bowl on Sunday, I, for one, was working. I could care less about sports. And that was another thing that was revealed. I was asking, like, why is it that spirit, source energy, my spirit team is telling me use the celebrities as the objects of showing symbolism, teaching the principles that you have used for yourself, because they'll be able to understand it better because that's someone that they already admire. I was like, wow, okay, thank you for that revelation. Understanding that stepping outside of your comfort zone is where everything that you desire is going to come in. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. We know that intellectually, but embodying it in our heart, changing our actions, our behavior, and our mindset, because you can do something every single day and not believe that it's going to work. And guess what? It won't. Because the universal law, number one, the mind is all. The universe is mental. So if you don't believe it in your mind, but you're still taking the action, the physical labor to bring it to manifestation, it will never happen for you. Therefore, your mind is perpetuating something that you don't desire, right? Self-sabotage came up. And it's coming up right now. Self-sabotage is something that has been programmed into our solar plexus to not pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, no matter how obvious or loud they may be. Now, I have a family member, right? Constantly is seeing this number repeatedly. And so I was like, okay, now that you're noticing it, that's just spirit's way of communicating with you and getting your attention. Repeating repetitive things is how the subconscious mind speaks. Symbols, repetition, imprinting something into your subconscious. The subconscious is how you speak to one consciously, a thought through symbols. Okay, when you don't have a body and you're just energy, you have to get a message across using different symbols, repetitive numbers, synchronicities, right? So I was like, okay, since you're seeing this number and you understand that it's now following you, right? It's time for you to attach it to what you're thinking about at that time, at that moment. What I've been thinking about is all of the things that happen on a day-to-day, consistent basis that I want to show and tell you guys about how this is a representation of when you're not operating from your heart, no matter how much money you make. Because it's starting to become abundantly clear that most folks out here, a lot of folks out here is worshiping money. Okay, money solves all their problems. Well, I'm going to use so many examples in the media, in celebrity life, who have money, that statement is not true. Money does not solve everything. You have to put in the work. That's what every spiritual guru, teacher, motivational speaker tells you. Putting in the work is the grit, the shadow work, understanding the things, the personality traits, the behaviors, the choices, the beliefs that's keeping you operating in such patterns and behaviors that is keeping you stuck exactly where you don't want to be. And so, knowing that I have one goal, you already know I did the 12 nights of manifestation, right? Opened up my 13th manifestation goal. And in order to make that come into fruition, I need to be putting out content more frequently, having my name, my message seen, letting you know, yes, darling, I am the shadow specialist. First of all, I'm your favorite Scorpio cousin, okay? A Scorpio stellium at that. Now, if you don't know what that is and you're new to spirituality, which you might be as to why I attracted you, a Scorpio stellium simply means that I have multiple planets in one of the zodiacal house. Okay, my stellium just happens to be in Scorpio. My sun is in Scorpio. Venus is in Scorpio, and a couple other things I don't need to talk about tonight. But what that should trigger in your mind to understand is that transformation, okay, transmuting energy is my specialty. Okay, it's my specialty, baby. That's why I am the shadow specialist. I am able to see not only through the veil of illusion, but also through to the other side. That can be a skill that awakens in every one of us. Some of us may not want it to the extent that others may, but being able to understand those intuitive hunches, right? The things that come to you and you should have listened to it, but since you didn't, something lower vibrational happened to you, right? Intuition, okay? I am here to let you know how to identify areas in your life that is keeping you from elevating, and I'm gonna teach you how to release it from your subconscious, reprogram your subconscious. That is the goal of this channel, okay? Reprogramming your subconscious, which takes you up through the root chakra, your stability, your home life, your finances, your physical safety, your solar plexus, your relationships, your creativity, the way you show up and express yourself, okay? Your solar plexus, what you consume, not only physically, but yes, physically, but also what your eyes and your ears consume. Are you gossiping? Are you watching low vibrational things? You hear it all the time. But see, this year, I am living magically, which means I am applying every principle that I know in my heart to be true to my everyday life. I'm about to be delusional AF about this one goal that I am going to bring into fruition. And when that happens, baby, I can't wait to show you my vision board where I opened it up. It's all crumbly and everything. Okay, open it up and put it right there, and it's going to happen because I believe and know that these universal principles works for anyone who applies it. So knowing that my solar plexus is asking to be utilized at its highest potential on a daily basis, you got so much to say, then show up and say it, baby. I was like, okay, spirit, say less. So if you are down to follow me on this 45-day journey, today is day 2 of 45, where I'm going to post every single day about teaching you how to heal within, transmute that energy, elevate, and live a holistically abundant, grateful life. That's what this channel is about, all right? We are clearing out the stagnant energy, generational trauma energy. We leave in old cycles. This is a year of 1, okay? 2026, the year of a 1 adds up to 10. 1 plus 0. Anything that 0 is behind, it amplifies the number in front of it, okay? It amplifies it. Why? Because the 0 is a womb. The 1 is a phallus. And when that phallus and womb Birth creation, the womb, the zero, is amplifying what the phallus brings to manifestation, creation, a child, an idea, a thought, a business, a product, a service. So I said, okay, Spirit, say less. I'm going to show up every single day, not worrying about perfection, but understanding that perfection is in the journey. You perfect and get better each day that you show up and document the journey. I look forward to it. Today is day 2 of 45. If you haven't already watched the video about Cam Newton, so ladies, we can stop attracting lower vibrational men that is leaving us to be single parents, frustrated, operating in our masculinity, so that we can show up more feminine, more soft. Y'all wonder why all of these men is because they going to jail. All right, they're angry, they're operating in their low vibrational root chakra, which is going to be explained with Diddy. That will be dropping tomorrow. Okay, operating in their lower root chakra, needing to be heavily stimulated in a way that's inorganic in order to produce a sacral energy respond and release. All right, operate more in your femininity and in your softness, and you got to clear up that stuff in the inside, especially in your womb space, all this fibroids and all this extra stuff. Listen, if we're so far advanced, we're vegan this and plant-based that, and copper and grounded in the grass, then we should be more physically present in health. But don't worry, I'm gonna teach you about that as well. Okay, we move up to our solar plexus, having confidence to step out, do something adventurous, take a risk. What's the worst that could happen? A couple of y'all watch some of my videos, okay? Share with a friend. I get a couple more follows, couple more likes. Somebody else hears something else that they need to take them further along in their journey than they were yesterday. Hey, a win is a win, twin. Now, y'all know y'all my conscious cousins. I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.